Okay, this is the controversial video that's been niggling at me. Well, one of them. It's Abe loses the rag a little bit about the possibility of me publishing a spontaneous off-the-cuff 53-minute Skype recorded chat we had. Although we had discussed recording a dummy run and sending it and getting approval and so on, he didn't realise that this was that. So, or not this one, the one before this. But this is his hissy fit about, I want it deleted and I want it deleted now, and if not, I'm throwing my toys out the pram. So I'm still on the fence about publishing this, but let me upload it anyway on private.
Oh, I just pressed record, but I'll delete this one. This is just a little warm-up. How are you?
Yes, all right then. Yes, let's, Abraham is asking, by the way, have you deleted this other, recordings?
Hi. I just put them to private. I just wanted to talk to you about that. I was going to talk to you afterwards about that, because, I was going to talk to you afterwards. I've got them just on private, but there was some such good bits to get that if you trusted somebody to edit, it just breaks my heart to waste them. So I just have them stored on private.
Listen, Angie, Abraham is against keeping them. There were some bits which we're not happy about. But what we can do, if the things you like, we can go over. It's no problem. It's going to be no, like if we do it like from start to finish, it's going to be easier for you. So there's going to be no editing, you know. We can go over and over.
Definitely, we'll do one take, definitely. It's just when you capture moments, you can never get them back again, you know. But what I was asking, no. Pardon? I'm always going to honour what you ask, Abraham. I just didn't want to throw away treasure just because, you know, there's a scripture that says there's weeds growing up with the harvest. What do we do? And Jesus said, let them grow, and when they're all up together, you can just take the weeds out. So it's safe, it's stored. I won't do anything with it. But even if there's some treasure there, it just breaks my heart to throw away. But I'm not doing anything without your permission.
No.
You can talk to me, Abraham. We're just doing a warm up, so it's good to just connect again.
All right. Well, he said to delete it, huh?
Is he angry?
Yeah, well, he's not happy that, you know, he recorded without asking, and people do that, and, you know, this is...
No. The first time was... Okay, the first time was a misunderstanding. I had said I will record and send to you and edit, and you approve and so on.
Well, Angie, let's do it like this. If you can make a note of what kind of interesting subject that you would like to cover, we'll cover it. But for now, if you can be kind enough to delete it, so we don't have this, you know, because he's getting unhappy. And also, you know, like I also feel like, you know, if there is anything that we didn't want to record, I don't feel like it's being, you know, things that people's computers getting hacked, you know, especially the agents are all over this case. So would you please do that for us?
Well, I'm going to have to pray about it, because I've been like, I'm angry myself now, so I'm going to think about it. And, you know, this was my last attempt. Everybody's desperate to hear from you and get an update. It will give everybody a lift, and it will motivate everybody. Yeah, but I don't jump to Abraham's tune. I'm angry now. I don't jump to his tune.
It's not
he trusts me or he doesn't trust me.
No, listen, it's not about trust. We ask you to delete it. Just delete it, that's it.
I don't do as I'm told, Ella. I do what feels right in my heart.
Angie, but you did not let us know that you was recording.
No, I did, and I explained. I had messaged back and forth.
Listen, I really can't deal with it, because I've got quite a lot to say today. No, if you like, we go ahead with that. No, another interview right after. I don't have time, Angie. Going about it. Just if let's keep it clean. Just delete it and that's it. Anything will.
Told. I'm going to pray. And I'll let you know, because I don't jump to Abraham's tune. He's not my boss.
Listen, it's our interview.
Yes, I understand.
You cannot take something that doesn't belong to you. You know. If we ask, we don't want this. We want this information to be deleted. Please do so. I don't understand what is the issue. We're open. I told you we'll do one interview. If it's gonna go.
I feel used and not trusted. I feel used and not trusted.
Angie, it's not about. Listen, it's not about.
I'm your servant. I'm your partner. I'm your partner.
You're not our partner. You are chief advocate. We're all fighting for children. There is no ego involved. There is no he or me and who is the boss who is saying so. Let's. I prefer to keep clean. We're asked to do that.
I know what the request is. I know what the request is. I'm angry. I'm going to take 10 minutes and I'm going to consider the request. I'll either say yes, I'll delete them and I'll do as I'm told and I'll serve and just do what I can.
It's not that you've been told.
It is because a true request has an option of yes or no. I tell you what, I was going to discuss after the interview, so we didn't get angry. After the interview, I was going to say, in the hour and a half of footage that I have stored private, there's 20 minutes of pure gold. You cannot capture back moments.
From the last interview?
Yes, there's bits of it that. What I've got stored is right from when I said I did never know who I'm messaging, and I explained all that, and Abraham knows all that, right?
Listen,
we talk like friends.
The way we see it is at the moment is blocking the energy, doesn't let things flow. Let's just clear the subject. Go ahead.
I'm feeling blocked by being told what to do, so I'm going to pray, and if I'm being a brat,
it's not being blocked, Angie. It's, let's just make things very clear. We're giving interviews. We're doing interviews with you to help to return children and help all the other children. Forget about, there's all the stupid emotions. There's really no space for that. And there is no time for it at all. No need to get emotional about that. It's simply, we're not happy with that.
Don't like being told what to do. It's not just you invested in getting the children back.
One minute, Angie, just a moment.
Abraham, you're so upsetting me.
I'm so upsetting you, am I?
Well, okay, I'm getting upset.
Okay, and you're projecting it on me. Well, the situation.
I'm projecting it, but I feel do as you're told. Like delete those, or we're not talking. It's like whoa.
Angie, no, no one said that, but you recorded us without our consent. It doesn't work, Angie. Angie, it doesn't work. Anyway, look, there's nothing. No, you didn't mention anything. You recorded us without our consent. It's not going to work, Angie.
Okay, Abraham. I recorded you. I explained exactly what happened. We planned to record something as a test run. And then I have a visual impairment. You called me once, the connection didn't make. You called me a second time, and it came up on the screen, record yes or no. I pressed yes. Then we're talking, and I just did, and then I was like, oh my God, I'm recording. And then I straight away stayed up till 2 in the morning to upload it, send it to you, and apologize. Because even though we had agreed by Skype message, yes, we'll do a dummy run and we'll practice this 1, 2, 3, see if it works. But right on the spot, yes, I didn't tell you that in a panic I pressed yes. So that was not deception on my part. And I stayed up late to clean it up. I apologized, and the minute you said, no, we're not happy, I put it away. But I don't want to throw it away because there's some parts of it that were just superb. I know we're sitting on gold, right? And I know if you trusted Video Man or somebody to pull out the gold and throw away the human stuff, it's treasure. And so it just hurts me to say, okay, throw it away. But more, I do have to admit as well, more, I'm not, like, I'm doing this from the heart, and then when someone says to me, okay, delete them or this doesn't work, it's like, I feel like, what? Have you gone?
No, we're listen, mate. It's all well and good, Angie. We want it. We don't want it. We don't want it. Simple. And if you can't respect that we don't want it, then
okay. So,
Angie, look. If it was reversed and you were doing the interview and you asked me to delete it, I don't even think about it. I delete it. In fact, you asked us as a question. I don't know what I'm having to ask. Angie, I'm not asking you again. Angie, I'm not asking you again. Do what you want with it. Do what you want. I'm not asking you again. Now you're getting on my nerves. I'm not asking you again.
well, I have a compromise. I feel like you don't trust me. That's what I feel like. Alright. Alright. I don't know what to say. I feel like you don't trust me, and I'm sorry.
Angie, once again, it's not about we trusting. We don't trust. At the moment, we don't trust that many people. I tell you for fact.
I know, but like I know.
You know, we're heavily infiltrated by FBI, CIA, and MI5.
Forget about it.
It's not that. It's just simple kind of terms. It's not. We're not. I don't want to discuss it, and I don't want to. We don't have time, for that.
I've got better things to do with my life.
Let's. I'm ready to do interview. We got a lot of good information to cover, but
Get about the information.
Okay, I'm going to delete them. I'm going to delete them, and I feel bullied, but never mind, I'll delete them. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. And I think that's a criminal to delete them, but I'm going to do it. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
It doesn't matter. It's your word. It doesn't matter when you do it. If all we want is your word that you're deleting them, that's all we want. Straight talking. All we want is straight talking, Angie.
No.
Straight talking.
Yeah, I do straight talking. What I was going to do, I even thought this whole process through. I thought, let us not have this conversation before the interview because we'll get upset. So immediately this interview was finished, I was going to call you back or message you and say, I have a proposal. It breaks my heart to throw the good gems away in the talking we've got. Would you trust somebody to pull out the treasure? And if you say no, then I'll delete. But if you say no, I'll delete now. I've just submitted. This is why I'm single.
No, I think that what you want to do is your recording. That's up to you that you do with Angie.
The thing you can trust about me is if I say I will not betray your trust, I have put them private, I would never release anything that you are not happy with.
Right.
Never.
Okay, Angie,
we're making a different point. What I'm saying to Ella is that I want the recording that you did of me talking to you, I want that deleted. I did not give my consent. I did not intend for it to be recorded. It was a private.
Okay.
It was a private conversation. What Ella wants to do with her recording with you, that's entirely between you and her.
Okay, Abraham. It's just that. Okay, I've submitted, so I'm going to do that. I'll do it now, or I'll do it in half an hour. You have my word. And if you will humour me, I personally will invest more time, and I will just export from that conversation you and I had, Abraham. Can I just send you 20 minutes of what I consider to be absolutely worth broadcasting? I'll send it to you privately. If you say no, scrap it, scrap the whole thing, then I'll do that as well. Is that acceptable?
I would like you to scrap the whole thing now.
Okay. All right.
And I'll give you a reasoning as well, so you understand.
Yeah.
This is how we do our interviews. We trust that the people who are going to interview us, we trust that when we talk to them, they will respect that we are having a private conversation. And if they wish to record it, they're welcome to record it. But we feel that they should have the
Yeah, I should have said to you, I've admitted that. I should have said, remember the dummy run we talked about? Well, it's recording now.
No.
I really enjoyed that conversation, and I should not have said it afterwards, by the way we recorded that. But I think you underestimate some of the parts of that conversation were priceless, and people can tell when something is a conversation that's not on guard. People can tell when a conversation is two people, human beings, absolutely talking openly. That's the gold. But if you want me to delete it, I won't.
Thank you.
I won't.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. So good. Right. So I'm gonna, because I pressed record on this wrongly. So I told you that, Ella, didn't I? I'll delete this as well. That was a good old fight. So is everybody happy?
Well, let's hope so. Let's
No, maybe
let's
we
sweep
need
with
to.
a clean, Angie. Let's sweep with a clean broom, and hopefully you can.
Yeah.
And let's hopefully we can get some good audio to get out to the people to help the children, because that.
Yeah, no, because people so much need so much need to hear your voices.
No, one minute, Angie. We know what the people need. We're giving the people what they need. We believe. We know what we've got interviews set up. We've got interviews lined up with you. It just needs organising. That's what we're doing correctly. You know that. It needs to be done correctly.
Okay, so is there anything else I need to know?
I don't think so. I think Ella's alright. You guys are okay.
Alright. You okay, Ella?
Yes, I'm fine. So
I'll
what
call you
we'll
back.
do, why don't we do that? Because I'm a bit pressured with time.
It is yours.
I finished mine.
You're not pressed with time if you're still working with that.
Yeah, no, we have to nail this. I promised myself that lucky. I know I have to take responsibility for my side, but we have to do this.
Well, try not to interrupt, Angie, and you'll get some gold in there, yeah? You lot sort your interview.
I did already, but you're making me throw it away. Okay, love you both. Talk to you. I'm calling you right back. Just
Listen, wait. Listen, while we're here, why don't we maybe go through, I just would like to explain.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The heart thing is always the children, and I was so sad to lose the things you said about actually how they were taken from you, and then how the grandparents were tricked or tried to be tricked, and then any response from asking for updates, and then just what have you? Is there any good news on your side? I know you've been talking to Russia, and there's a website and so on. So I'm going to let you do the talking.
Yes, I'd like to actually expand on the subject why authority want to return children. We know why, because Demon has a cover, right, in the government. So I would like to maybe concentrate on this, because this is kind of like the most up-to-date information. I won't maybe speak speak about grandparents so much, because we already covered that, right? It's nothing new.
The last live interview that anybody's seen, unless I've missed one, is beyond belief.
Yeah, and this is the last update. This is what the last information. There is nothing else developed there.
What he's saying is that no one's had an interview update of the grandparents and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, right, but it's nothing new to say, really. His grandparents left.
You didn't record it, but I did interrupt again. If you can just take it as if from beyond belief, take it forward from there. Because that's the last time anybody heard your voice. Does that work?
No.
You can start any way you like, darling. Anything you like. People just want to hear your voice. They want news.
I'll just explain to you. In your last recording with Angie, she's got that all on.
All right.
She's got it.
Except, yeah.
Now you got. Pardon?
I lost the most precious first 7 minutes when Ella talked personally about how they were taken into care. I lost the first
because I was recording it as well, Angie. I'll have a look.
Good. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you guys, if you can pick out the.
So you can actually from the last interview, if you got someone to help you to edit,
if you have the first
25 minutes, I'm sure we can get maybe 20, 20
Yes.
25 minutes of good stuff. This is
And-
going to be one interview.
That's
But
right.
today I would like to speak about something else.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All right.
something-
So I'm just gonna let you lead. I'm just gonna listen, and I'm gonna let you lead.
All right then, all
Are
right.
you recording it, Angie? Is she recording it?
No, not now.
No,
What we do, let's have
just-
maybe like 5 minutes kind of break, do
Sure.
what you need to do, and we'll get to Right.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay.
Okay.
In 5 minutes.
No cigarettes, please, huh?
I understand.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Gosh, I twitch listening to that again. I hate conflict. And if I wanted to be technical, at some point when Abe was hissy fitting, he did say, do what you want with it, I don't care. So if I wanted to be, you know, pedantic, I could say that's the grounds on which I'm considering releasing this now. I fessed up to my side of things, but it still doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me. I want to know what's the truth of all the adults around the children, including Abraham and Ella. And, you know, I don't like being told what to do, and I'm willing to be wrong and to be just, you know, a bit rebellious or whatever, but I didn't like that. So I'm going to post the next video. I still had anger, even though we all supposedly made friends. I still felt angry and somehow bullied, and so I made a video venting about that in the 10 minutes that it took to regroup. So that's the video that's going to follow this. And I have to say, my heart still says Abe and Ella are genuine, and I know the evidence against the father and the other alleged cult members is vast. If you go to the archives of Hampstead Research, you know, or Sabine McNeil's archives, Whistleblower Kids, .com I think it's called, but I know that the dozens of people that have devoted a year of their talents and research doing what the police should have done, a proper investigation. I know I have very little doubt that the alleged abusers the children were telling the truth about. What I do have questions about is Abraham and Ella, and they need to be explored, because if Abraham and Ella are in some way implicated, the children get to stay in care until they're 18. And if that's the case, although I personally don't have a right to demand updates from social services, CAFCAS or whatever, as a human being I do have a right to say to the authorities, this stinks of a cover-up, and that's not acceptable. So there needs to be, the Metropolitan Police needs to do what the IPCC, the Independent Police Complaints Commission, told them to do, which was to correct the inadequate response to Ella's complaints to them about no proper investigation. That's paramount. That's you know, the court of public opinion. The United Nations Charter of Human Rights, or else the Children's Act, makes provision that if a mother has asked for help through all the proper channels, which she did, you know, the police, the social workers and so on, and had an inadequate response, which the Independent Police Complaints Commission confirmed she did, she has the right to cry for help by whatever means necessary, which ended up being the children's disclosures going on the internet and appealing for the public to, you know, worldwide public to help. She sent an SOS out, having exhausted all proper channels of cries for help. So having said that, I'm doing my best, and I'm not in this for popularity or for journalism kudos. I'm in this for children to stop being abused and establishments to stop covering that up. Here in end of the sermon.